Yeah, so really, what WellDrive does is it's all about capturing that data in the moment. Daily. It's making sure that we have a complete well record, so that we can go back, maybe for a look back, maybe for historical purposes. But really, a lot of the information that's captured out there on a daily basis, it comes back in and feeds our analytics, so that we can do that internal continuous improvement that has become really part and parcel of what Endeavor does. So when I first stepped into Endeavor, I think we were running maybe a 4 rig program. We ramped up significantly and then ran into that COVID wall. We tore the program down and then realized, hey, we probably shouldn't do that, and then ramped back up considerably. And so along the way, we've tried to, every week or every day or every month or every year, we try to do things incrementally better. And having accurate data, complete data, all the input from our vendors captured accurately and kind of vetted before it comes in house. Really, that's kind of the meat and potatoes of what it takes to drive continuous improvement.
Absolutely. So there are a lot of companies that like to try to build things in-house. Can you tell me what led you to go with off-the-shelf solution like WellDrive to manage your well files versus trying to create something yourself?
Yeah, and so, again, fundamentally, when I first stepped in, I looked at WellDrive, and my first thought was, oh boy, that's a great opportunity. We can bring that in-house, and all we need is maybe a tech to run a little bit of stuff and maybe make a few phone calls and, SharePoint, right? Something super, OneDrive or ShareFile, right? We can do all these things. And kind of when you really, really start peeling it away, it's not so much can you, because most companies can, certainly of any significant scale they can, but it's should you, right? Is that really where you want to build a level of expertise, right? Or is that something that you want to source in the market? And I think over my career, I've been strongly biased on trying to make sure that we tap the expertise that's in the market much more so than trying to build something in-house. Companies don't write general ledger software anymore, or they shouldn't, right? They don't build extensive hyperscaler cloud infrastructure anymore, or they shouldn't, because you can source all those kind of things in the market. And really, and WellDrive is not Google Cloud or Amazon Cloud, but if you have a competitively priced product with great service and great people that's widely understood in the industry, and it's readily available and cleanly understood billing, why would you want to build something like that when you can just tap the market, right? I think leveraging the expertise of that oil field ecosystem, I think is every bit as important. It's kind of thrifty spending, right? You want to be cautious with your investments. You want to be cautious with the way you spend your money. You want to get good return on that. And a lot of the times, building something in-house is just not going to drive those kind of returns. And I'll close out that answer is, I would say it would be monumentally more difficult to build something in-house to the level of quality that WellDrive can deliver than anything even approaching the level of spend that we have. I'll go back to really kind of the original impetus of why we initially had WellDrive, and it was because we couldn't do it in-house. And then as we grew, we really realized that we shouldn't do it in-house, and so that's a little bit of both kind of an intellectual evolutionary process, maturity for us as a company, recognizing where our strengths are and where we want our strengths to be. I think, to me, fundamentally, there's no upside, or there's no real value for a company like Endeavor building expertise in hounding vendors to make sure that they've uploaded their data, right? I mean, it's something it's necessary. It's important. It's critical. But that's also when you really, if you were to start a company from nothing, and it's an oil company that's out there drilling wells, that's not where you would focus your effort or your money or your investment on. You would source that in the marketplace. And to me, the strength of WellDrive is is just that. It fills a niche that's incredibly necessary. It's incredibly important, and it's not something that most companies uh, could or would or should build expertise in. Source it in the marketplace. It just makes sense. So the old colloquialism, I guess it is the the best time to plant a tree was 10 years ago. The second best time is today. So the best time to use WellDrive was 10 years ago, and the second best time is today. So if you haven't given it a shot, that really is something that it's something that you need to be adding to your arsenal. If you are running WellDrive today, you probably don't need my input, but I think you should rest assured that you've made a smart choice, a wise choice, and a very investment and shareholder friendly choice.